Okay, let me see what I'm working with real quick. All right. Mm-hmm. Not bad. But let me just take a look at the app really quickly. Decisions. Do I really need these? Or is it okay to pass? A tough one. What should I do?
Whether you know it or not, we've been training since birth for moments like these. Which one is better? What should I do? Yay or nay? Now, if you're a collector like me, whether it's shoes or whatever else, we all know the headache you get from the mental gymnastics of trying to figure out what move is the best move when it comes to trying to pay for that one particular thing we've had our eye on. Whether or not we should jump in head first and pay that retail price, or whether we should gamble and take a flip of the coin and see which one of two outcomes we're gonna have to deal with. Whether it's the fear of missing out and having to pay resale because we didn't take the first step and do what we were going to do with our first thought, or feel the pure lust and joy of waiting it out and possibly getting said item for below retail. Seeing that sales tag. Now in today's video, we're gonna be talking about the Air Jordan Fear 4 set to release this Saturday, November 16th. And by the time we're done, hopefully I'll be able to help you make the decision on whether or not you should cop or pass. Thank you for kicking it with me. If you don't know by now, I'm HG. Please feel free to join the family by hitting that subscribe button. If you enjoyed today's content, give me a thumbs up. And like always, leave a comment down below letting me know what you thought of today's topic. Now, I know this is not the Air Jordan Fear 4, which is the topic of today's video, and we'll get into that in just a second, but I wanted to use something like this and a few other examples to try to get my point across for today's video. Now, if you're unfamiliar with this is the Nike SB Dunk Low Powerpuff Girls release, which was a limited shoe at a retail price of $160. And if you did not go for these on release day, the resale price for this is crazy at a resale price of $300. Whether or not you wanted this or not, that's just crazy. Now, something like this, the Air Jordan 14 Black Toe, which I did a video on this, and it is a GR, but a more limited GR. And if you're not familiar with that, I'll put a card up above. Go ahead and check that video out. This one was a little bit more obtainable than the last pair. And if you sat and waited it out, there was a possibility that you could get this for below retail. Now, at a retail price of $210, it definitely made you want to think about your choices and whether or not to pick this up at retail or release day or wait it out. Now, another example was a shoe like this, the Air Jordan 12 Alma Maniere, at a retail price of, I believe, $220. And correct me if I'm wrong for all of my sneakerheads, that was pretty hefty. And it definitely made you think about things with, QC questionable issues. But if you did wait this out and you kind of showed a little bit of patience, you were definitely able to get this way below retail. And that sales tag, and what I mean by that, I believe if you check now, the prices for these, regardless of what size they are at around $120. I think maybe $150 at the most. So if you waited around, you definitely struck gold with this one, because this is a really good shoe and I highly suggest it. Now, with that being said, when it comes to the Air Jordan Fear 4 and the reason why you are here for said video, there are definitely some things to consider, but I'm just gonna get into it and say, I think you should sit it out for this one. I believe that this shoe is going to go on sale, and there are a few key factors that play a role in that. One of those key factors is other things that are coming out around the release of the Fear 4. Now, you have the shoe that everybody's been waiting for, whether or not we've already seen a retro of it or not, in the Black Cement 3s, and that shoe releases the weekend right after the Fear 4. So everybody has been anticipating that shoe, everybody wants that shoe, and everybody is definitely going to be going after that shoe. Now, I have my thoughts and opinions about that, but that's not what we're here for. We're here for the Fear 4, and also another shoe that's set to release in the next up-and-coming holiday time, the Air Jordan 11 Legend Blues, aka the 11 Columbias. That's another thing that is going to cause the Fear 4s to sit and, dare I say, go on sale. Now, once you factor that in, if you are one of those individuals that absolutely has to have this shoe, think about this. The Air Jordan 3 Fear 3s dropped earlier this year. Now, this is part of a Fear pack. You had the 3s, you got the 4s, and you got the 5s. We are currently waiting to see if the 5s are gonna drop. But like I said, if you look at the performance of the 3s, when they dropped earlier this year, a lot of people in the beginning were saying that they were anticipating the 3s. I even said how much I liked the 3s, but when it actually came down to it, I didn't go for them, because there were other shoes that I were more so looking forward to than this 3. And per trend, this 3 released and they went on sale. They even dropped to the point where they were $69. And if I were able to see them for $69, best believe HG would have gone for them. But I mean, that's what happens. You either hit or you miss. And I think they're trying to sell them back now at retail price, and I'm definitely not gonna pay retail price for it. But you can get them on the aftermarket sites for around 120 bucks. But if you follow the trend of the Fear series and other scenarios like this, it is definitely leaning in the direction that these Fear 4s are going to go on sale, especially close to the holidays. You got Black Friday and you got Christmas. So please keep that in mind. Now, another thing to consider, and I'm not knocking anybody who feels this way, because I've definitely been on this side of the fence for a lot of releases. Now, if you've been waiting for this shoe for a very long time, because I believe this is the first time that the Fear pack is retroing, and back in the day when these first released, these were a must-have because they were super limited. So if you're in that mindset where you've been waiting since the first time they released and they were super limited and you just fell in love with them then, and you've got to have them now, and you're going to jump on them and pay that retail price, I can't tell you you're wrong, but just be prepared for the possibility that they are gonna go on sale. Be happy with the fact that you got the shoe in hand. Don't worry about the price, because like I said again, I've paid retail for shoes that have definitely gone below retail price, and because I knew I really wanted them, me paying retail does not bother me one bit. So I say that to say, be happy with your purchase. At the end of the day, don't let anybody make you feel negative about your choices. Only you should be the judge of that when it comes to collecting things. Now, of course, there are nuances to that, but just be happy with the decision you make. At the end of the day, it's your money and it's all up to you. Now, I hope that kind of helped you a little bit in your decision. Let me know what you're going to be doing when it comes to the release of the Air Jordan Fear 4s down in the comment section below. Let's talk about it, man. I'm really interested in knowing how you feel about this shoe and any other shoes set to release towards the end of 2024. Before I go, man, I want to tell y'all, please feel free to check out any of my videos that have dropped or any of my videos that are coming. You can check my archives. If you are not familiar with the channel and if you are new around here, welcome. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. Please feel free to join me Tuesday nights on The Soul Source. That's where we go live, we chop it up, you know, we sip the suggested drinks of the night. We talk about whatever that's going on in the news, whatever that's going on in life, and just anything under the sun. And we always have a good time, and I'm always happy to see you all, for my usual family and for my new family. And like we always like to say, the Ghost Watchers, man, all of you all are welcome. With that being said, I cannot leave you all without saying, nothing is impossible. Fight for everything you believe in. Don't let anything stand in your way, and dream hungry. Until next time, I will catch you all later. Peace.